Hey, hi, hello, and welcome back to the show. Today's episode is probably going to be a little bit of a short one because Guns N' Roses are back out there on the road, and Axl Rose has already had a crash out on stage. And today, I have the real reason why all that went down. All that and more on today's episode of Punk News Now. So Guns N' Roses is one of those rock and roll bands that really doesn't need an introduction, but I'm gonna introduce them anyway. They were a band that started in the 80s and they have two really famous members in it, Axl Rose and Slash. And of course the other band members are famous too, but those are the two big mainstream names that came from this friggin' band. And another thing to note is this band is always embroiled in some version of drama. And the drama that we're gonna talk about today happened in Argentina. This story comes to us from Lamb Goat. Guns N' Roses' Axl Rose has crashed out during a show on stage in Argentina, tosses mic at new drummer. So that's right, they just brought in this new guy to replace the longtime drummer, Frank Ferrer. And in this clip that we're about to watch, Axl Rose is visibly frustrated, pacing back and forth as he's trying to sing the song Welcome to the Jungle, and he's just so mad at the drummer, apparently. He ends up throwing the mic at the drum kit, maybe even kicks the kick drum a little bit, but you'll see it all go down in this next clip. I'm gonna have to be pretty careful because the guy that shared the footage of Jane's Addiction on-stage drama last year ended up copyright striking my channel a year later for using his clip of a band he is not in, of a song he is not in a copyright he does not own. But I'm getting tilted. It was a fair use of that video by me, but anyway, I digress. Lamb Goat goes on to say, Guns N' Roses frontman Axl Rose had an apparent onstage meltdown during the band's October 18th concert in Buenos Aires, Argentina. After kicking off the set with Welcome to the Jungle, Rose was seen throwing his mic at the new drummer, Isaac Carpenter's kit, before storming off stage. The article continues. Rose later addresses the crowd, citing technical issues, though limited footage leaves the full context unclear. Later in the night, he was also caught on video kicking Carpenter's drum kit mid-performance. So this all seemed like he was very frustrated with their new drummer. But let's see for ourselves. I'm gonna have to do some clever things to make sure that this avoids copyright. So here's the footage here. It's coming to us from the Saint Zero YouTube channel, proper credit due. Axl Rose crashing out. In this first still, he's just shown kicking the kick drum. What a guy. Roll it. Boom! Did you miss it? One more time. He's gonna go up, he's gonna kick the drum, there's gonna be a cut, and then he's gonna throw the mic. Boom! Wapango! And then just try and win this. And he was just pacing around, very angry, and then he goes, I'm just gonna try to wing this. But from that clip, it's really hard to deduce who he's mad at. Is it the sound guy who he's mad at? Is it the drummer who he's mad at? I don't know. But Axl Rose is very frustrating, but today I have the real reason why he was so pissed off that day. According to Lamb Goat, the real reason has been clarified behind Axl Rose's on-stage meltdown during the band's October 18th show in Buenos Aires. The band confirmed today that Rose's outburst stemmed from technical issues, putting to rest speculation that it was tied to personal conflict with the group's new drummer. No personal conflict, no drama, everything is fine. The band's statement reads as follows, quote, during the opening song at our recent Buenos Aires concert, Axl's in-ear monitor pack held only the percussion in his ears versus the entire mix. The issue was fixed by our tech team by the third song, and we had a great night. The situation had nothing to do with Isaac Carpenter's playing, who is top-notch and a great drummer. Okay, great. No drama, no beef, everything is fine. Just Axl Rose acting like a child for no reason. Well, not for no reason. That would have been very frustrating. I would have been very frustrated as well. But I don't know if I'm the singer in a band, if I'm frustrated with the in-ear mix, if I'm gonna go over and kick my drummer's instrument. Imagine taking your frustration out on your friend's possessions, on your friend's stuff. I don't know, dude. Sounds a little wacky to me. So even though, according to this report, that it has nothing to do with interpersonal drama between these bandmates, it does still seem pretty childish and pretty petty. And if I'm looking at that behavior of Axl Rose, I'm thinking there's gonna be future drama in the next couple months with this band and these guys in this band. If every time you're gonna be frustrated with a little thing that goes wrong on stage and you take it out on your friends' instruments, there's probably gonna be a breaking point at some point. They're gonna be like, hey Axl Rose, can you stop kicking my drums, please? They've been going over to Slash's guitar mid-solo and just detuning all of his strings just because you're mad and you can't hear the guitar in your mix. Can you please stop doing that, Axl Rose? That'd be really great, you big fat child. And I will take this moment right here to say I've never really been a huge Guns N' Roses fan, even though Guns N' Roses has my very first favorite song of all time. I can't even remember the name of the song right now, but it was the Terminator 2 soundtrack, and that music video, god damn, that got me hooked to music. So I do have to give Guns N' Roses a huge heaping helping of thank yous for getting me involved in music. But I was 5 years old at the time, and I grew out of Guns N' Roses pretty quickly. But they are a solid rock and roll band with a lot of solid songs. They're just not really my cup of tea. But that's the drama. Come back next week on Wednesday, October 29th for the next big stream right here on this channel. Hit the bell notification because I'm gonna do a community post within the next couple days with all the relevant details. You're gonna wanna be around for all of those. Okay, thank you for watching, goodbye, see you later, and have a good one.